The thing that's going on with the absentee ballots is that people are being bullied, literally, into signing papers, and the papers are not going as they should be sending them, but the people who are bullying them in order to get their signatures are taking them and doing what they wish to do.
This lady came up to me saying about the absentee ballots, and I seen she was waving at me, and I looking at her, said, "Who's she waving?" But she came straight to me and asked me if I do vote. I said, "Yeah, I vote inside of school." I don't. And then she told me, "You do the absentee ballot?" I said, "No, I don't." And you want to try? I said, "No, I don't like it." So she told me I do it. I said, "I do it in the school." So she said she could come back around September the 10th and see if she could change my mind. You know, still gonna tell her no. I'm sick, but I could walk, I could talk, I could write. So I could walk inside of school and vote whoever I want to vote for.
We have a slew of people coming in, and they target the elderly. And they wait for the mailman to come, and then by that time, they take the elderly, bring them to the mailbox, take the mail out, and look for the absentee ballots. I have seen them do this. They take the absentee ballots, open it up, and tell the tenant they will fill it out for them.
In August of 2013, there was an election going on for Board of Education. There was going to be a primary for it. And one night in August, there was like about 15 or 20 teenagers knocking on everybody's door on my floor. And I opened up my door, and the woman said, or young lady said, I'm from the Democratic Party, and if you want to vote in the election, sign this application for an absentee ballot, and we'll fill out the rest.
Now, the tenants that don't speak English, and a lot of them cannot read or write, so they tell the tenant, ask them, who do you want to vote for? If the tenants say, I want to vote for John Doe, they'll put the name Sally Fields in, their own candidate. They won't put what the tenant wants in there. And then they fold it up, so all right, we have your ballot, we're gonna take and send it off for you. Now the tenant is trusting them that the candidate they want is being voted on when it's not.
And she said, no, if you want to vote in the election, you have to sign an absentee ballot application. And I kept saying, the polls are right around the corner, and I vote at the polls, and I finally just closed the door. And I found out that that had happened to a lot of my neighbors, and 4 of my neighbors, and I filed a complaint. One neighbor, she felt so intimidated that they might take away her benefits if she didn't sign for an application, and she signed, and she rarely votes.
They have been offered money to pay a bill, okay? They have been offered money to sign a piece of paper, okay, by the way of giving them groceries or giving them food, okay? That to me is just wrong, okay? My tenants know what's right, and yes, many of them are in need. I understand that. But the bottom line is, you need to be upfront with them. Tell them what's actually happening, explain it to them, make sure that they understand what they signed and where it's going to go after they signed it. And they should be able to ask the question, why are you taking it when I'm supposed to be the one who's mailing it? Because those are the questions. Asking the right questions are very important.
We're tired of it, and it goes on at every election.
And another woman was sick that day, and she needed an absentee ballot, but she signed for it, and she said, you know, should I fill out the rest of it? And the woman said, no, we'll fill out the rest of it for you, which is against the law. If someone helps you fill out an application, they have to co-sign it to prove that they helped out and that the person didn't do it on their own, and that woman didn't do that.
There's an election coming up, and their team has already been in the buildings, going through the floors. We're now going to have enough of them from now up until election, banging on doors over and over again.